Iris Street Reno week 199. This week, the entire basement gets new windows and I do a bunch of other stuff. Let's get cracking. On Wednesday, I'm getting the basement prepped for the installation of new windows tomorrow. All I need to do is make sure there isn't junk and clutter in the way, which only takes about an hour. All 8 of these windows will be replaced, which is 1 in the bathroom, 1 in the laundry room, 2 in the gym, and 4 in the bedroom/office. On Thursday morning, a technician from Gravina Windows shows up and spends about 4 hours installing the new vinyl windows downstairs. I didn't film the install to respect his privacy, but he did a first-rate job and I'm really happy with how these came out. Since I'll be drywalling some of these rooms, I figured it'll be much easier to replace the windows now as opposed to replacing them once the framing and drywall is finished. Out in the garage, I'm checking the east wall for evenness and find a couple of 2x4s that are proud, so I shave them down with my hand planer. On Friday, I have the day off of work, which I use to tackle the removal of this old garage window. It's a single pane window and doesn't open, so I'll be replacing it with an energy-efficient vinyl unit. I measured this from the outside when I ordered it, which gave me no problems with the rest of the house, but with this window, the interior cinder blocks somehow had a 1-inch narrower opening than the outside, meaning I had to grind a 1/2 inch of cinder blocks off from each side of the window opening. Needless to say, this was dusty as hell and took around an hour, but in the end, I got this window widened to 53.5 inches to fit the new vinyl window. With the hard part done, I'm able to fit the new window, secure it with anchor bolts, and seal it up. I apply silicone on the outside edges and window and door expansion foam to the inside gaps. That was a pretty rough and hot afternoon, but getting this window installed is a big milestone. It'll provide ventilation when I'm applying finishing to my wood projects while open, while tightening up the thermal envelope when it's closed. On Saturday, I'm back in the garage trying to get as much done this weekend as possible. This stick is a template for all of the new lighting. In the even joist cavities, I'll have a box to house LED gimbal lights. In the odd joist cavities, I'll have standard 6-inch can lights. In total, there will be 10 can lights and 10 gimbal lights, so it's going to be some really kick-ass lighting in the shop. On Sunday, I'm ripping some MDF for the gimbal light boxes. I want these gimbal lights to be protected from the insulation in case I ever need to replace them or their components. These boxes will house the electrical adapter, making it possible to change components out over the years without having to interact with the insulation or have insulation leak out through the holes. While I'm at it, I reinstall the can lights as they were before. I hoped to leave the electricals unchanged, but as I get into this shop remodel, I realized the best path is to rewire everything. I can reuse the wire, it's still good, but I'm taking advantage of the exposed walls to optimize the circuits and to install easy-to-access junction boxes where connections need to be made. In these photos, you only see the 6-inch can lights, but once the drywall is installed and painted, 4-inch holes will be cut between each can light where gimbal lights will be installed. The cans are at a temperature of 5,000 kelvins, which is what you want for woodworking, especially when applying finishing. However, the gimbals will be at 3,000 degrees Kelvin to provide warmer lighting for cozy evenings. If it's hard to picture what this will look like, just hang tight for a few weeks and you'll eventually see the finished product. On Monday, my garden is at it again with another delicious bounty of peppers, tomatoes, and cucumbers. I eat as much of my garden as I can fresh, but since I can't keep up with it all, I freeze the leftovers for soups in the winter. Back in the garage, I work on framing the west wall around the garage door. I won't be able to install much insulation on this west wall, but I still want to insulate every inch that I can. Additionally, these slim 2x4 cavities will still allow me to have light switches by the garage door, which I want for the room. It seems handy to be able to activate the lights from either end, especially for things like bringing in groceries late at night. That's a wrap for week 199. Thanks for tuning in. See you next week.